it's Ebony and welcome to EMMFASHION. New place, new space, who dis?
I'm still here.
So it has been a hot minute. It's honestly been a crazy month and a half. Remember when I made that video about moving in with my parents a few months back? So that's exactly what happened. My husband and I finally moved in with my parents about a week and some change ago. Honestly, this is the first time I've been able to sit down and record for real for like pretty much a month. So I decided to give you guys a cute update / daytime facial video showing you some of the products that I'm trying out or that I just love. And I'm gonna be like briefly talking about what has been happening for the last month and some change. Now, I'm gonna try to keep this short, sweet, and petite, but it is a facial video, so we'll see how short it is. Before we dive right into it, you already know what to do. Hit the subscribe button and make sure to click the bell button to know when my videos drop. Alright y'all, so we back a little bit so that you can see my little setup. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready, taking off my glasses. You already know, bunny hand bend. That's how we do it. Alright, I was able to get a little closer, so you already know what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with our steamer. All I'm gonna do in this stage is let my face steam, open up my pores, and then I'm gonna go in with this extraction tool just to extract some of the craziness that's going on in my skin. Also, shout out to the new phone mount. It came with a cute little remote, so no more having to stretch over and put the phone on or walk and put the phone on and put it off. Your girl is upgrading. Now this is a full midday facial. Typically I don't do this. I do this kind of the end of the week, and then it's usually closer to evening time because, you know, I just want to take care of myself, probably closer to time to bed, to be honest. But when I tell you I haven't even had a second to like really rest and get myself together, it's been one thing after another. So even though this is content, this is also self-care. Now your girl has a desk and I can put stuff out and look cute. Peep the candle game. Peep the kombucha game.
New ass, new teeth, bitch. Check out that.
So let's start where I left off when I told you guys I am going to move in with my parents. And it was supposed to be August. Well, since recording that video, I got hired as a full-time church singer, or what you would call a cantor, over the summer. My husband randomly got hired for Lyric Opera Chicago for Macbeth. I got hired, as I've told you guys before, from a clothing review company, and so I started working for them as well. And also during this time, I was intently working on a spiritual recital with another company that ultimately fell through. So the plan initially was move in August, get set up over the summer. My husband would be teaching full-time in the public school classroom. And of course my other jobs, like, you know, teaching the youth privately. But like I told you earlier, all of the opportunity that fell in our lap pushed us back and then some. Alright guys, so I'm about to cleanse and I'm going to try out the Fresh Gel Cleanser from Phyla. Shout out to Phyla. I don't know if they pronounce it Phyla or Fila, but they sent this to me not too long ago, and so I'm trying it out because I recently ran out of cleansers. Luckily, Good Molecule sent me a cute little face wash bar, and so I do have that now as well, but you can never have too much cleanser. So my hands are washed. I'm just gonna go in with some cleanser. Ooh, I might put too much. It's a very soft consistency. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it feels really nice. I'm gonna spray my face a little bit more so it can be nice and moist. yeah, we kept getting opportunities thrown in our lap, which is great, but also it's stressful because we have to keep working around that stuff because it's not like we're going to turn it down. Like, why? Especially when you're talking about performance opportunities. Like, we've been on lockdown this whole time. Obviously, everybody was impacted, but the entertainment industry, and especially classical entertainment industry, was affected deeply. So I'm just lightly taking that cleanser off my face. I'm not doing any rough swipes over my face at all with this towel. Next, I'm going to tone with, you already know, House Urban Double Time Face Toner. So we took all the opportunity. We made our extra dough. Hooray. We had Chris put in his 2 weeks for Chick-fil-A where he was working because Lyric was paying him enough to replace that income, and we felt like it wouldn't make sense to have him like overwork the last couple of months before we were leaving, so why not? So Chris was rehearsing a few times a week. I was doing my regular teaching schedule on top of now a new recording schedule for the clothing review company that I work for, and a now weekly, twice a week, Catholic Church cantering job. Next, I got a try me size of this pumpkin mask from Nola Skin Essentials, so I'm excited to try it. And so we were doing that, getting all that together. And then, as I said earlier, I was planning a spirituals recital that was going to premiere in Chicago and was hopefully going to land us a series for going into 2022. I have been planning this particular event with a company for quite some time, and I think we started in March, and then by the time August came, because it was supposed to happen in September, the whole thing was canceled. It was a whole ordeal. I'm not getting into specifics or naming names. If you want to know all that tea, you actually are going to have to follow us at Martin Private Studio on Patreon. I'm going to give the full tea, full details of what happened in this scenario, but it was a bit dramatic. By the way, this mask smells really good. Like, it smells like pumpkin pie. So that's definitely a plus. Alright y'all, I just smoothed the mask out a little bit with my fingers so it can dry evenly. So I'm gonna let this sit for 7 minutes and I'll be back. Alright y'all, I'm back. This is what the face is looking like. So I'm going to use this very hot towel and I'm going to put it over my face and slowly take some of this mask off. Alright y'all, the face is clean and clear, and now I'm going with my brightening vitamin C serum, I believe, from Ayel & Co. So yeah, there's a lot of drama with that cancellation, but you know what? Another learning experience. I know what I want to do for the next time I ever decide to create another recital or recital tour on our own. Next, I'm going in with my Berry Boosting Kiwi Essence from Nola Skin. But after that fell through, I got my first modeling gig out of like nowhere, and it was like runway model, so that was cool. But that also meant that I had to fly down to Houston like randomly. So I had to switch my schedule around, fly down to Houston, do my modeling gig, and fly back and live my regular life and get back to work. Next, I'm going in with my fave Virgin Rose Eye Cream from Ayel & Co. And honestly, I had to do a lot of like impromptu flying back and forth from different places and trying to keep my regular work schedule and recording schedule. The modeling gig was so great though. Shout out to Crusade of Curves. It was so awesome. I hope to work with them again in the future. Next, I'm going in with the Restore Serum from Nola Skin Essentials. Then, as soon as I came back from that, we were preparing for Chris to start doing shows at Lyric. And so he was doing that. Like, his opening show was the same day or the same weekend as my premiere as a runway model. My parents also came down like a week before I had to come to Houston to like just visit. So we were hosting, then I had to fly down, do the show, come back, work my regular schedule. And then my in-laws came like 2 weeks after that to host. Then my family said, you know what, we're gonna come up again and we're gonna support Chris. Now I'm going in with the Santorini Grape Velvet Skin Drink from Course. So we were like double hosting the second weekend of October while Chris was like getting his stuff together for his show. And I was finishing up my like full-time basically church job as well. Then like a few weeks after that, my brother got married, so we had to fly back down to Houston to be at my brother's wedding. Now I'm going in with the Good Molecule Silicone Free Priming Moisturizer. And when you guessed it, as soon as I had to go down for my brother's wedding, first of all, my husband was in the wedding, so you already know that's a thing. But before we had to go down, all of a sudden I had all of these clothing recordings I need to do, and a composer that I've been working with for the past year and a half, like he gives me, like commissions me to sing some of his stuff. And it had been like a few months. And all of a sudden, when I had to go down for like the modeling gig and my brother's wedding and stuff, he had like all this work for me. So more recording. And to finish off my face, I'm going in with the Noir Skin Melanin Protection SPF. And then of course, if that wasn't enough, a few days after my brother's wedding, I was preparing to move to Houston. So literally we got back on Tuesday after my brother got married, like that morning. I had to teach that evening, and then I had to pack up my stuff, and we had to get out the apartment like the next day. And so it was a lot. We were working with movers, and the movers were trying to do this thing where they quoted a certain price, but then tried to like change it up and like change up the space that we had agreed to in order to get more money. And I was like, girl, the way I'm not paying that. And now I'm just gonna moisturize my lips with my Lip Glide Iced Tea Berry flavor from House Urban. And of course, I'm going to moisturize my hand and arms, really my hands and arms, with the rest of my NYE Amber Mimosa moisturizer from House Urban. Like, this is like literally pretty much gone, but it's that good. And I really only use this when I'm traveling, but I brought it up just so you can see me put it on, to be honest. Alright y'all, so here is the face. It's hydrated, it's clean, it's feeling good. But anyway, like I was saying, the movers were trying to scam me. When they got to my parents' house, I made it very clear that I'm only paying what I agreed to pay. And the little tricks and tips y'all try to do in order to squeeze extra money, I don't care. I'm still just gonna pay what I said I was gonna pay. And they gave us our stuff, like I thought. We drove all the way back from Chicago to Houston. It was about 17-ish hours. We stopped in Memphis, Tennessee. Shout out to King of Reeds. I know that's his hometown. And we were downtown, so I don't know if it's like known in Memphis that I guess the particular place we were in downtown looked a little sketch, but that's okay. The hotel price wasn't sketch money, but you know, it looked a little sketch. But the hotel themselves, like they had signs everywhere that was like, if you wanted to be quiet, that's the wrong hotel. It's gonna be loud, it's gonna be lit. We have some earplugs, but it is what it is. Also, we're gonna have to go back and really try the barbecue there. I heard that Memphis is like, has a rivalry on barbecue. When you're talking about the South, it's like Tennessee versus Texas. What I had, I wasn't impressed, but we were only there for a few hours, so Maybe if I'm able to go back and drive around and find the best barbecue place, maybe I will change my opinion. Woke up, got back on the road, made it to Texas, I think Saturday evening, and I immediately got deathbed sick. Couldn't breathe, couldn't do anything. Was struggling to move into this house. And I was planning on flying back up to Chicago like a few days ago to do an audition. The way my chances are already slim, I wasn't gonna make that audition sick. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The road trip was pretty uneventful. We actually made good time. We didn't waste a lot of time. And we made it here safely, which is the best. And yeah, we're just getting everything situated. I have a ton of things to catch up on. Obviously a ton of content that I need to catch up on to put on this channel for you guys. I say that to say look forward to the upcoming videos. Of course, I may still be out, I think, on Thanksgiving week. You would think because it's the holidays, but I'm actually going to be out of town and like out of touch. But for the most part, I should be very consistent from this point on. I got a cute little Old Navy fall situation coming up, a Savage Fenty situation coming up, because y'all really showed out on the last Savage Fenty video. Got some cute holiday fits coming up. So I have some cute stuff coming up. Thank you so much for like sticking around. And I want to give a special shout out to Mark. Mark is one of my subscribers. If you haven't seen him, you should, because one thing about Mark, he's gonna like, comment, and subscribe. And I deeply appreciate that energy. I love talking with Mark on the comment section. I would love to talk to more of you in the comment section. So when you see my stuff, you don't have to even comment on the video. Just say, hey girl, how you doing? I'm happy to like start getting back on track now. And so I'm glad I have my setup and ready to work, ready to go. Now, as I said earlier, if you want the tea on that recital tour drama, you're gonna have to head to Martin Private Studio. Go ahead and follow us on YouTube as well. It's free. But if you want to hear the real tea and drama behind that, you're gonna have to follow us on Patreon. And I believe it's gonna be www.patreon.com/Martin Private Studio. And as usual, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video to people you think might be interested. Follow me on my social medias so we can be friends. And I'll see you next time. Bye.